What is good, team? Do what we do. Back with another video. Today, Monday Motivation, first video of 2021. Please like, share, and subscribe. With that being said, let's get it. The topic of this video is 3 things I personally am taking into 2021. And I want to start this with just saying that, first of all, you made it. We made it to the new year. And also, the first point that I want to make in this video is never take your life for granted. And yes, of course, COVID-19 played a part in that, but COVID-19 is not really what necessarily made us in 2020. Now, of course, it was a very detrimental thing considering all the lockdowns, the business shutdowns, the social distancing, all these different things did factor in how our year went. But as far as just taking life for granted, understanding that we as humans are not promised tomorrow. And that's something that for me, the reason why I tend to think like that sometimes is just so that I am always aware of the gratitude that I need to show and embody within my life, because I could go to sleep tonight and not wake up tomorrow. And not saying that in a negative connotation or a negative sense, it's the reality. You never know what could happen in those 6 to 8 hours that you're sleeping. You never know. Life always takes a toll on us, and nobody is exempt from life. And I know the video started out like that on such a real pointer, but that's something that I always carry on me, that I'm not guaranteed tomorrow. So what am I going to do today? And that's the first point I wanted to make to all of you, is that never take life for granted. And I feel like the people who do that, you're then taking a moment to smell the flowers, to smell the garden. You know what I'm saying? Taking the moment, taking a slight little chance to relish on all your accomplishments that you've attained in this last year. Now, the next point. What did you learn about yourself in 2020? You know, what things became aware to you? What things did you not even notice about yourself till someone else had to throw it at you? And for me, I'll be honest with you. Something that I noticed that I was doing was that I have this tendency of coming off as very arrogant. Like I am arrogant. Yes, I am. And so when you look at the definition of arrogant, for me, it was in the sense of overly prideful. And I do have tendencies to do so. That there's certain things that I don't like that other people do. And yet, not only do I come off as judgmental then, I'm also being prideful that I don't do those things. I don't do those things at all. I don't like those things. And it's one of those things that we feel as if we're coming off as very innocent and we don't mean any harm, but we don't also sometimes factor in how that person may feel. Of course, there is positive things from you being a prideful individual as far as the accomplishments you've obtained, the hard work that you've put in. But when it becomes overly prideful, it's as if that you're looking down on people. And that was my perspective that's my paradigm as far as how I was looking at others when it came to things that I didn't do. So I was like, yo, I'm not doing that stuff. You know, it's like, I don't do that stuff. I don't understand it. Why do you do those things? You know, and I was coming off as judgmental. And that's something I had to work on. And that's something I learned about myself in 2020. It's okay to be honest with yourself and say that there are things that I don't like about myself that I either need to change for me so that I can have a better lifestyle, so that I can put myself in a better position when I'm communicating with others. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with us being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Just things like that, and understanding where we need to come from and the things that we need to understand and the things that we need to better ourselves on is ultimately how we attain that level of consciousness, that level of inner being, that power within that comes over time. Now, that was number 2. The last and final point, because I didn't want to make this video super long, I wanted it to be quick, short, and straight to the point, so that it is not only informational, truthful, but also valuable. And the third point is, what exactly do you want this year to look like? You know, for even the people who are in Generation Z, born in 2000, think about all the years you've already experienced as a human being now. Some of us are turning 21 this year, you know, and to most people, it's a very big milestone because you're like, I can do all these things legally. Like, it's so amazing and so dope, which is true. But at the end of the day, I do believe that for most people that say in their 20s, I believe it is fundamental for us to generate as much positivity, income, assets as possible so that we can live the best life we see for ourselves as we build a family, right? In our 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and just enjoy what life has to offer. And so when I ask you, what do you want this year to look like? It's more of, not only is it a manifestation of the things that you want to see for yourself, but it's also just a moment to sit back and say, what do I want to do? How do I want to present myself this following year? What New Year's resolutions have I put in place so that I can reap the results that I know I'm capable of attaining? Decide what's holding you back and go after the things that you want. And don't let anybody tell you different. You deserve it. That is how I want to start off 2021. And please, if there's anything I can do for you, because this is the year, taking off. Taking all the way off. And putting those things in place that I have been talking about. And I can't wait to share that with all of you. Thank you, team Do What We Do, for watching another video. It truthfully means a lot to me. And I promise you, there's more to come. Let's get it.